When I came to this moment, I had to mention that my masters were more careful. I turned them around so that everyone could see. Every gem wound was rebuilt one by one. Hello everyone! What happened to my brother Ziming today? First of all, I would like to thank Mrs. Zhang for being so dedicated to flying over from the United States to Hong Kong. I wanted to order an emerald bracelet, but is there a good place to solve it? Zhongbei Jiaolian Nibang is suspected of Jiang Tai La. There is a bunch of it. Good food, just emeralds, and they are beautiful. Isn't it so beautiful? Before I shoot this YouTube post, I will not be so beautiful. Emeralds? In fact, just sieve out the two beautiful bags and keep them. Although you don't watch them on the spot. In fact, there are many cracks in these green books. It seems that in fact it is because they are so heavy. I wonder if you have ever heard of the problem of Liu Bao oil. Because green treasure is divided into heavy oil, minor or oil if you want to know more about green treasure, or is it Colombian green treasure? You can watch some of my previous films, I'm Colombia. There are some emerald mines in the 8th mine. They talk a lot about emeralds. You can take a look at them when you have time. The colors you see are so beautiful. In fact, it's because of the oil falling. There is a lot of oil falling. The green part, the oil falling is normal, so it can increase the color. It feels transparent. Mrs. Zhang told me that you need to make a 7-inch bracelet to tie the wrist, but I just use glue. In fact, it is an ordinary bot tech. If it is 7-inch, it will be 1 inch wide. Mrs. Zhang told me that she wants to be 1 inch wide. Mrs. Zhang looked at some irregular bracelets, but she looked at them. YouTube is just a little irregular and now cut. I think you can draw pictures even if you weigh them horizontally. And there is a bunch of emeralds, so I will tell you why not. I will simply choose some unbeautiful emeralds with you and turn them up, and I will build some emerald chains and a few clauses for you to take a look at the side strips you like. It's not too late to start tying the middle size and the larger size strips immediately. If one side is tied to the end of the chain, then the big stalks are definitely tied in the middle, the side first, maybe click down, the fine grains must be tied to the side, and if there are some auspicious positions, then maybe put some. Beautiful. Because the shape is irregular, but the chain is straight, especially the gemstones. Even if they are made of 18K, they must add a few diamonds. It will be so expensive first. I'll give you a price, but it's all a trivial matter. The most important thing is such a beautiful emerald. The tie is so crisp that it seems to have cracks. This time I didn't use iron tongs, I used rubber tongs. Be so careful, especially the corners which look like the grains. In fact, the corners are so easy to collapse. Be more careful. I have actually seen these horse eyes. There is obviously a crack, and there is a big crack on the left. If you choke it, it will fail, so be careful, but it's a good quality. Okay, please explain how my hand secret will be. Next time I go to Taobao to turn over some needles and threads first. But if it is for me, I will build a few patterns, and I will take pictures for Mrs. Zhang to finally confirm it. I will do it first, and I will send it when it is done. The first one is the most beautiful. I think the second one is beautiful when tied with a marrow cut. In fact, the second one is very green, but it's a pity that the one is not enough, so it must be formed into a chain. There is a main body and a main body. Want to tie one? It's good to tie a square. In fact, as the saying goes, the most important thing is to ask for Mrs. Zhang to take pictures and go home. It will be convenient. In fact, there is a small design skill in building these irregular bracelets, but the stalks are placed in front of the chain, the stalks are placed with fine grains, and the colors are bright. They are often seen in places, so they are placed. There are so few things that I don't notice. From the beginning to the beginning, I looked carefully at the main body. It looked so beautiful. How bright the colors of this batch of green treasures are. Can you see how beautiful the green treasures are? I don't know what Mrs. Zhang was before. How much does it cost to go to this moment? It's easy to say that it's called talent. Once upon a time, I had some colleagues. When I was working part-time, some of them were design colleagues. I am so assertive. I feel that what I am the most beautiful may not be that beautiful, but sometimes the beauty may not be as good as it is. So I have to balance between selling and burying the beauty. The world is like this. Just like Mrs. Zhang has some stones. It looks like a piece of stone. It doesn't matter whether it is beautiful or not, but it depends on whether it is seen or not. It can be used whether it is beautiful or not. Green treasure is too easy to collapse. You may need to use some stones first. There are so many things to be proud of. It's not easy to waste strange gems. When I was designing, what I liked most was seeing all these gems, all of them, but when they were all of them, they were not necessarily beautiful. Beautiful, it seems that the grains are so beautiful and big on the side, but there are some problems in front of the most beautiful ones. Is it a strip? If you always wear a bracelet, you will have a chance to look at the bottom. Don't be too stingy. You have to choose big grains later, but the color is so beautiful. If the big grains are not beautiful, you can put them in the back and click them to stay in the beautiful color. If they are really easy to grab, you must put them in the front, so you must take them. If you don't want to lose it, it's definitely not about making money. It's so honest, but it takes a lot of time, so come forward and do such a job. Actually, tying an expensive chain is not expensive, but my labor is expensive. I am so proud of it. The grains are so cute, everyone is so cute and round. I have to choose because there are not many Chris, so why? I must keep it. Chris has it in the heart shape, so I may have to take one away with Yuan and I. Hey, the head collapses first. The grains are all collapsing. It's so important. The grains scared me to be sharp, so I buried one side of the grains. The sauce is so cute. How can I do it? The grains are not beautiful and the colors are all so beautiful. Beautiful, but I have to give it up. The big grains and the big grains are so beautiful. How about counting them?
Some grains, 1 minute.
Instead, the beautiful grains of the sort are removed, but it's too difficult to pick the green grains. I'm sorry, the grains are really beautiful. Just put them here. There's a lot of contention. It's not beautiful, but it's a little fine, so you can only put them on the side. Let's start to take a look at it. If it's a little fine, it's just jang tai. As the saying goes, you can't build too much, but I can't build too much because it's so expensive to build too much and I smoke it so flat. That is, I don't charge the design fees all the time. It's purely money. Thank you so much for coming so far. So I will definitely try my best to make it beautiful when I can use it happily. In fact, I am very honest. You really have so much to help you use it as much as possible. I think to do this job, you really need to have a strong interest in jewelry design. Master, do you give your time? Because it has to be done one by one. It is difficult. Isn't it difficult for you? You want a customer to accept it. In fact, the communication difficulty is already high enough. It's like being at home. I want to distribute a few different gems flat. It's a process. It's not a process. Hey, you arrange it randomly. Even if every stone I put on, you have to be talented. Even if it's not beautiful, it's not beautiful. If you see a person drawing a picture, it's like someone putting a banana on the wall. It can sell it for tens of millions. I have all the tricks. Is the house company? Because I don't have to give it one by one, it's actually so beautiful, but the tie itself has already broken down. In fact, Mrs. Zhang knows it all, so she gives it all to me to post it. Home, do I have YouTube? As the saying goes, if there is a piece, there is the truth, so you will know that I have really used a big bag of stones. Besides, there are also some fine particles to deal with them. I don't know how to deal with them. Imagine if you tie a bracelet, 18K gold.
Arena E.
Adding a few diamonds will make it a matter, because in fact, I have thought about burying these fine emerald grains on it. Why do I expect to put gems? Why don't I put diamonds? Although diamonds are much more expensive, I don't spare no expense. I want to see them beautiful. Hey, it's like, hey, you can't tell me I introduced them on YouTube. Let me discuss them together. Why don't I just look forward to this position? This position is auspicious. This position is auspicious. This position is auspicious. This position is okay. Hey, in fact, it's just a few bits. There are several ways to move different diamonds and stones. In fact, it's much better because many times, many customers think that jewelry design is the same. It's not about designing, that is jewelry design. These paintings are easy but not difficult. If you have talent, you think it's easy. How talented are you? It's not a beautiful feeling to do it. I'm such a scum. There are so many good things that will be built until they are real. Did you go to so many emeralds? You actually built it. You feel that it's no longer an ordinary emerald bracelet. In fact, do you feel it? It seems that there is a little natural complexion. I went to Colombia. When mining, entering the mine and going to different positions in a cave, there are emeralds shining and there's a sense of mystery, and I can't boast too much. I can fill in some holes in these positions.
Like.
Nian really spared no expenses. I really know how much it costs. In fact, I have already quoted a price, so I will definitely feel that it is worth the money. The black spot is when the piece is finished. It's a matter of shape. You have to look at the quality of the pieces at the same time, and you have to take advantage of the color. You have to look at the beautiful edges below and the unbeautiful edges to finish the piece. The explanation is that there are some dark and light colors that feel so harmonious. It doesn't have a conversation. It's so solid. The color shades are so solid. In fact, kindergartens all know the waist cards, but look at them at the same time. The stone is beautiful or not. Is it suitable or not? I still have to bury it, whether the location is injured or not. For example, if there are wounds in this location, there are wounds, several wounds, you need to have basic knowledge of jewelry injuries. That is, there are some places that cannot be injured. You must have knowledge of gemstones, that is, such as emeralds. You will know whether the edge stones may have black spots, uneven color, heavy oil, or collapse. That is to say, in fact, I have already done it in the early stage. If I don't, it will be a long way to use these pieces because the emerald system is easy to collapse and there are many experts in the same system, so you should be careful when doing it because it is not so easy to make, but the altar is made of emerald. Come out, probably.
That sums it up.
I also have to balance. Mrs. Zhang gave me my budget. Can I use 18 funds to connect it together and do it beautifully? Because after me, I still want to add some diamonds. Diamonds are also very expensive, so at the end of the day, I have to talk to my master. Can this budget be done? So honest, I think it's already very good. Maybe if you put it sparsely, you will save some money, but if you put it too sparsely, you won't look pretty. This pack of stones is always the most beautiful. I've already used it. Son, there's a little water left, so it's wet. Let's turn it over, Mrs. Zhang. I want to do something sometimes, but I don't think it's too important. Everyone always knows that I am more Buddhist. I want to do something really beautiful. Mrs. Zhang really likes it, so I can arrange it. Come on, I will add a few diamonds inside. Just every place and everything will be expensive and expensive. Looking forward to the birth of Eslate a few moments later.
Hello everyone, it's been almost a month. What about the goods? That's enough. Let me enjoy it with everyone. Wait and see what's wrong. The beautiful head is a prequel first, almost a few or 2 months ago, but why do you have to be so patient? Because this one is definitely a big item. Hey, I usually call these rings fine goods or big ones. I call them medium ones, but when you go to such a big chain, they are definitely big ones. Do you remember what I used to do? The emeralds are actually emeralds. My department has a feeling. When is the real department master injured? There are many things to pay attention to. There are some different positions. Will there be conversations when buckling the positions? If you want to be loose and fluttering, what else will you do? You may need to add a button in the middle. It's like these buttons turn over and stand up and make a chain. It's like burying a pickle. You know how beautiful it is. All these gems are tied to a guest and the home is useful. The chain of green treasures is tied together by the younger brother and the master. As the saying goes, there are pictures and the truth. If you don't have words, just arrange them and make them beautiful. You have to go from a virtual plane composition design to a real 3D system to make such a real thing. Master, clip every bit, clip before shooting this film? I must have asked Mrs. Zhang for her advice. Okay, I will start shooting first. In addition to thanking you for asking me to make this piece of jewelry, I also thank you for letting me take this picture. I don't care how much money it costs first. Everyone knows how expensive the gold at home is. Using a piece of gold, the main thing is that there are 3 rows of stones, 123, and the sides are the same. The 3 rows of stones are the same. Well, I have a ring boy, that is, there is a lobster buckle on the tie to make a buckle like this. If I don't make such a bottom line, the tie will be loose and fluttering and the burial will come and go. If you bring it on, you can pull it to a strong extent. If you don't talk, you won't even be able to hit the thorns with a chain. But at home, you think about 3 lines. Normally, you will definitely hit the thorns. But I don't even know how to hit the thorns at all, but I have tried it at home. What about the chain smell behind it? See you? I'm here to ask the master to have a few more girls in the circle. What are you doing? The customer gave me a size, but I'll just make a design. Can you explain it? That is to say, if you are scared, you may get fat in the future, so you can deduct it. And before you get married, you can deduct this seed. Oh, okay, it's really late. It will be so happy, so fat, and then I can buckle the back. It's too long and I won't be able to buckle the back. It's so long, but I specialize in it. The end of my chain is just helping to inlay an extra emerald. Look at how proud this emerald is. When you wear it on your hand, it doesn't feel like there is an emerald that hangs down and hangs down. How cute it is. Well, every single one is the most beautiful one. You will see it. Maybe the big one is like fighting for it, but the big one is more valuable. If you are buried together, you will. You see that in fact, there are 3 pieces, so most jewelry are tied. If there are 3 pieces, you should make the odd number first, because if there are 3 pieces, it will be good. If there are 3 pieces, it may be the young stretch, the right stretch. That is, the right body is so big. Let me see it from the middle. After 3 pieces, in fact, it's slowly branching. Do you see it? It's changed from 3 to 4. 34 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a special entry to get some gems inside and then go to this degree. What's the advantage of closing the 3 tails? So this degree twisted the tail. Once there was a new extension of twisted tail, it's pleasing to the eye when you look at it. There are so many beautiful things in the middle. Don't you think that it's difficult for me to hurt some emeralds on my pillow? In fact, it's really difficult. It's hard to be beautiful. Except for some emeralds in it. Of course, there is a budget to consider, but when you want to give it to someone, you can't calculate it. It's the first thing, so do you want to see me? There is a white gemstone that is so beautiful. It is not a diamond. It is so honest, but it looks very like a diamond. It is a white transparent sapphire. It is definitely not an ordinary fake. They are all made of natural sapphires, so big pieces. Why don't you wear a gemstone bracelet? In addition to gemstones, because I have added some diamond points to make a piece of diamonds which is shiny, white and fiery. If you recognize the specified environment is an office environment, so it's definitely not like a spotlight. But if you see some emeralds, if Mrs. Ajang would have remembered them. Everyone has seen these emeralds in a bag. In fact, they are honest, but they are a bit unattractive. But after they become jewelry, they are frightened by designers like me, and I dare not even talk about my own designers, that is, they are jewelers like me. After the design, it turns into a very expensive piece of jewelry. Can you take a look at most of the jewelry boxes? In fact, it must be the easy to take column. Everyone has gone to the gem box. 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, at most 4 rows. Such words are thick and broad, but the customer asked me to make the design. I want to do it, especially it's not ordinary, but if I make this one at home, I definitely won't collide with the money. It feels luxurious. Actually, I don't think it's easy for you to talk about the jewelry. Give it to Sotheby's. Look at this piece. It's so smooth, it's not so hard. I don't remember to go smoothly because I paid a lot of money to hire an anti-world model to wear a chain. Take a look at how many beautiful anti-Western models are. Although it's a man, it's so expensive to wear it. To be honest, it's really not affordable for everyone to wear it, but I think it's such jewelry. If it's lined with some, it might be like evening clothes at that time. I feel that everything is noble and museum level. If it is really an emerald, it has a luxurious feeling. Although it smells like a chain. There is an emerald. If it is an emerald, it's so widow, it looks like me. Why? The inside is so beautiful and the bottom may seem to be a fight, but it's fine even if you have a few fat hands. When there is an emerald in the back, it's a bit clumsy, but if you do it well, it's not right if you do it well because you have to be loose. If you don't do it well, it's right if you do it well. Actually, it's hard for you to deduct this position. You are too embarrassed to wear it at home, but you are thin at home. Is it my first? But this location is purely for making a beer, but the size of the house is actually the same. In fact, it is so fit that it is buried enough on the wall. The feeling is different when it is crooked and scared. The feeling is different and the arrangement is different when you look at it. Actually, it's a matter. If you look at it, you can look at the same gemstone as emerald. It's different from the irregular cutting. It's like making a gemstone bracelet with good consistency and consistency. I call it jewelry redesign or redesign some old jewelry. I've done a lot better because I used to be a designer. I think it's fun. I'm actually very proud and special, but if someone likes it, someone will play it. There's something wrong with what you say. So beautiful that is. I'm not a live broadcast sister. 100 pieces of goods come out, 100 pieces are so beautiful, and they are sold so quickly. It's not me, it's not such people. How many pills are there? Customers really want to use it. Among them, there is one emerald. It is beautiful alone, but it is very big, but it is not possible to see the color. There is a few disputes, that is, it is a beautiful color, but when I design it, the color is actually quite unique, but of course it is all emeralds and natural, so there is a little color difference. In fact, the chain is special, but it is not coherent, so I do it. It's time to tie the chain. I'll put this piece on the back and put it on the back. That is to say, I'll tie the bottom of the chain so that there will be fewer chances. Second, this sapphire, this transparent sapphire. In fact, they are all very colorful. I think it's transparent sapphire, round transparent sapphire. It's not beautiful. I think the most beautiful transparent sapphires must be round ones. So when you see sapphires on the edges, they are often cut and they are all made to show their shape than diamonds. It's much flatter. And secondly, they are all gems. The meat is so hard that it pinches your feet when you make them, but sapphires are always the same. The twinkling of diamonds is a little different from sword and horse diamonds. A diamond is so shiny, but some precious stones are all shiny. The reflections are all beautiful, isn't it? Compared with diamonds, it's so honest, but I personally think it's coherent and consistent. If the budget allows you to respect the budget, it's a problem to do diamonds. But there are too many things. If it's so, I think it's a very wise decision to use sapphire for blue. If you don't use it, it's all a green treasure chain. If you can't achieve the effect of a star god, then it's the other thing. Let me start double writing. What are the positions of many stones? Actually, it's just like me. At the start of designing, that I shuffled between tasks, drawing daily, while working on production in a smaller city. Though the sketches were artistic and ambitious, turning them into reality exposed challenges. Even with experience, navigating difficulties like positioning plans comparable to emerald's richness or red's vibrancy felt daunting. Publishing simplified concepts or adapting ideas became essential over time, as castration of complex aspects seemed inevitable. Sometime maybe it will be more beautiful because I know that Brother Mingjong doesn't want to see the stone, but what about this one? I think it's so scary to see these circles. What if you even bury these circles? Wow, can you say that these circles can't be done? These are always handmade goods, and I think this budget has achieved this effect. I think it's really excessive. It's not 100 points, but at least 500 points. In fact, the office effect is that I can't see this green and fiery feeling. Hey, let me listen to my words. When I look at my home, I'm scared. It's so crisp green. It's so crisp green. It's always the same office environment. I'm buried together. So iPhone has a little distortion in the color, but is it actually a color? Straight Love is Colombian green, actually. The colors of Mrs. Zhang's Green Treasure song are so beautiful, but I can't catch it on my camera and phone. Well, this chain, I'll reverse it and take a look. Everyone knows that emeralds are relatively fragile. Many times I just need to protect them. When I go to this moment, I have to mention that my masters are more careful. I reverse it so that everyone can see. Every gem wound is one by one. The newly created one looks like this. cut the size of each gemstone is the same. There are more than 60 different wounds in total. There are more than 60 different wounds in the total of 60 gemstones, and each wound is tailor-made, customized. That is, when you look behind it, you will see how much effort the master has put into making it. It looks like a heart-shaped grain. Behind it, you will see a heart-shaped horse eye. Behind it, there is a water drop camp. We should try our best to protect the emeralds and try our best to make the light transmission like this one, so that when the tip of each gemstone can be seen, we can do our best to reflect it. The color of a gemstone is buried with a fire color. The light can fall through again. Are you afraid that this is a joke? If it's boring, I can reverse it. It's another style. It doesn't seem like some postmodern art deco. You can see the two different methods of scaring, happiness and shadow, but they are both wonderful and beautiful, which proves that every wound is so handsome. Many masters are nice and many people are nice. I like the most. When you sweep garbage from the floor to the floor, you just ignore it if you can't see it. Now, the masters can't see the place, they can't polish it, they can't see it, or the customers don't even know it. There are many such situations, especially a few cheap jewelry. What is cheap jewelry? Is jewelry expensive? Actually, you know how miserable it is. Everyone thinks it's better to tie it, especially when there are many upstairs shops. I dare not talk about it. In order to grab business, some people say it. Brother Ziming made a mistake with 1,000 mosquitoes. It's so expensive. I got it for 800. In the other upstairs shop, I saw it for 800. The water is so deep. Tie it slowly for 600. Do it slowly. The more you press, the more you press. Why don't you press the master? Normally, the old master must be more expensive. Just after Ivy graduated and came out as a master, just after everyone admitted it first, then I found some young children to come out and do it. Or maybe I will go to the mainland to do it. What will the effect be in the end? I don't rule out that it's very easy for people to make 300 mosquitoes with a lot of gold. And you don't rule out that a master has a crush on you, but you get what you pay for. And the gold at home is so expensive, so there may be so many masters. Everyone has to eat first, so Brother Ziming, told me to try to find as much jewelry as possible. If I have experience, I don't mean that the experience is not good, but in fact it's experience. It's really bad. That is, what's the explanation? That is to say, for example, if a newly opened upstairs shop, it may be that after 2 or 3 years of goods, I will tell you about free permanent maintenance. You have been in business for 2 years and you have talked to me about permanent maintenance, or maybe the economy of your family is so low. When you go to a company to sell goods, there are not many people and there is not much time. So are you afraid of placing an order and paying the money? It's not alarmist to go to the side. There was a shop before and it was quite famous for a wedding dress show back then. It's all set up in 4 big rooms all day. In the end, I won't explain the explanation. It's all because of poor management. In the end, I buy a lot of rings and love to get married. After ordering the ring, I can look through some news in the newspapers and on the internet. Okay, don't talk so much nonsense. Before this YouTube is finished, I will look at it with you many times. How beautiful is it? My YouTube will go to this degree. If you all have some old jewelry or some precious stones, feel free to visit me at any time. GF 14 Wellington Street Central. The floor shop is paved over the upstairs shop. For jewelry redesign questions, please feel free to contact me at any time. Hong Kong phone number 98588858. Foreign friends can come to my e-shop. It's shop.diamondasia.hk. I can send goods. Well, if you are interested in turning the old jewelry in your house, please feel free to contact me at any time. Bye bye.